Had to calm down. I heard that Eye of the Tiger. I wanted to suit up in that number 17 and go, wow. All right. Oh man, that brought some memories back for me. It's always a defensive player more offense to me, because I build every day to separate your head from your body. All right. So I'm gonna get started here. Again, my name is Kewon Edwards Ferrell. I was with Coach Williams from a JV basketball, 7th, 8th grade, high school football. So I just want to get started. It's truly an honor to speak with you all today as we celebrate a man who did so much for me. More than coach football, a man who built men. I'm talking about Coach Williams. For 18 years, Coach Williams stood as a pillar in the community and on the sidelines as one of the greatest coaches in Washington Woods history. But more importantly, he stood as a cultivator in our lives. He coached 144 games and lost only 55. That's an impressive .723 winning percentage. But if you ask anyone who played for him, they would tell you those numbers are just a part of the story. Under Coach Williams, we didn't just play football, we built a legacy. We made 13 state playoff appearances, won 6 region championships, and made it to 4 state championship games. And I'll never forget the one magical season we had when we had the #1 defense in the state of Georgia in all classifications. We're on our way to the state championship with 4 shutouts. That wasn't luck. That was the result of Coach's discipline, his structure, and the way he pushed us to be our absolute best. We overcame many adversities that year. I learned a lot that year about overcoming adversity and banding together with your teammates. I learned that no one person is greater than the nucleus of a team. But the real value of Coach Williams wasn't what happened on game day. It was after practice. When the field was quiet, when Coach would pull us aside and talk about life, about growing to young men, about being responsible, accountable, respectful, not just on the field, but in the classroom, in our homes, in our communities. Coach Williams demanded excellence in everything. He had a 100% graduation rate for all his football and basketball players. You couldn't play for Coach if you didn't take school seriously. To him, sports were never just about winning games. They were about building men who could go out and win in a game of life. I remember a time when I went to visit my sister, just one of my experiences. I didn't call my grandmother and let her know I was going to be home late that evening. I thought it was okay in my mind. So she called Coach and like, hey, my grandbaby ain't home, is everything okay? So the next day, I get to school, Coach said, yeah, your grandma called me last night. She was looking for you, said you wasn't at home. Needless to say, I got home late. The next day, during gym time, Coach said, suit up. So, I don't know if you remember this, Coach. He takes me outside during gym time, I'm running the winch sprints for the whole gym period. Because, one, it was accountability and responsibility that he was teaching me that I should have let my grandmother know where I was. So, several winch sprints later and the gallon of water later, Coach said, okay, now get dressed, go to class. And I better not catch you sleeping in class today. Right? So, every time I look up through the little window in the class door, I see Coach. Because I was known to take a nap in class. So that's all that run, I most definitely want to take that nap. Every time I look around, there's people through the window. It's truly an honor to speak, which is day to celebrate a man who did so. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got off. All right, I'm back on track, y'all. Sorry about that. Coach Williams demanded excellence in everything. He had a 100% graduation rate, like I said. And after that moment that we had, I understood responsibility, that the next time I'm gonna be late, I need to call my grandmother and let her know. One of the greatest lessons Coach ever taught me was resilience. He'd say, how will you respond to adversity when it knocks on your door? He believed the mark of a great man wasn't how high you could climb, but how you bounce back after you were knocked down. And he taught us respect, to respect time. I remember as a freshman, he looked me in the eyes and said, you will be a senior before you know it. He was right, time flies. And Coach always told us, give your best today and prepare to do better tomorrow. He didn't believe in wasting time. He believed in making the best. I learned the importance of teamwork and being accountable to your teammates. Everything Coach taught us through the game of football ran parallel to what we would face as adults. There was always a lesson to be learned from Coach, even when you didn't know you was learning. Therefore, I was well prepared to face the challenges of life. I was mentally and physically tough. I had a wonderful father that instilled a lot of wisdom in me, but when it came to higher education, my father didn't quite know the mechanics of what it took to be successful in college. That's where Coach Williams attempted to stand in the gap as one of the great men in my life. He was still coaching me after I graduated from high school. Once you played for Coach Williams, you had a coach for life. It was a critical part of how I am today. When it came to all the higher education, Coach Williams was my advisor, my mentor. After receiving a football scholarship, it was my first time away from my home. I was the first in my family to go to college, and I had no one to call to ask for help.
Come on, 98. Let's go, 98.
I wanted to be successful, but I was on my own with no oversight. My grandmother was not there to wake me up every morning. Coach was the people that helped me guide me through that time. I lost my grandmother within 3 months.
Go.
Going to college. Times got rough. I was not doing well. School was going well. I had dropped down to a 1.6 GPA, and I was thinking about quitting school. Coach told me if I did that, I would let my grandmother down. To not let the opportunity to get a free education pass me by. Coach always had a way of making you understand the mission. People came down to right outside to check on me, to see how I was doing. That's the kind of man he is. He didn't just coach the game, he instilled the blueprint of success in us. I was able to recover, and I didn't have a GPA less than 3.3 until I graduated. A new coach had high expectations, I didn't want to let him down. Coach Williams has been a mentor for life. I believe in what he taught because I saw him live it every day. He didn't just talk the talk, he walked it. So today, as we honor Coach, I want to say thank you, not just for the wins and the championships, but for the wisdom, the discipline, the love disguised as toughness, and for showing us how to live like champions on and off the field. Your legacy isn't just in the trophies. Coach, it's in every one of us. We love you, we thank you, and we all carry your blessings with us, always.